Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in with me today. So for today's video I basically went through my entire makeup collection and I pulled out all of the contour cream products that I've got. And surprisingly, I do have around 10 cream contour products. Now usually I'm more of a powder person, but you know, I honestly really do enjoy cream contour products. Now I do feel like cream contours have made a huge comeback this year. I feel like we've been thrown back to like 2015, 2016 when cream contours were all the hype. A cream contour usually is a cool toned product that adds instant dimension and depth to your face by mimicking the look of a natural shadow. I mean, I'm not gonna go into the technical part of sculpting and contouring. I mean, there are so many videos here on YouTube that explain to you guys, you know, which sculpting method is the best for your face shape. I just want to review all of the products. I want to look at the undertone, I want to look at the texture, I want to look at the finish, and I want to really see like how are they looking like all next to each other. So, you know, I swatched them all right next to each other. So maybe that's going to help you to actually find your perfect cream contour product as well. And just a word of caution, these products may look very different on your skin tone. So if you don't have the exact skin tone that I have, you know, maybe they are gonna look a little bit different. I mean, it really depends on your skin, you know, how a product like looks on top of your skin tone. My skin tone is a neutral leaning cool, and I'm more of a light to medium sort of shade. I'm really not here to teach you any sort of like techniques on how to sculpt your face, because I also feel like that kind of comes down to individual preferences, you know. Some people really do enjoy to sculpt their jawline. You know, see, I don't really do that. I kind of put my contour a little bit on my cheekbones right here, a little bit on my forehead, just a little bit. And what I really do enjoy is actually putting it on my nose. Now, I'm not trying to like change the shape of my nose by any means, but I kind of like to just define it a little bit. So I've got some new products by Elf, Milk, Victoria Beckham, just to name a few. I really hope this video is going to be helpful to you guys to make a decision. Also, sometimes what you're seeing like online can be very different from real life, and mind you, I'm still shooting this on a camera, so you are going to see this on your monitor. So maybe there's just going to be a slight discrepancy in terms of how the product is going to look real versus what you're seeing on any type of screen. But nevertheless, I really do hope that this video is going to be helpful. So if you do enjoy today's video, why not give it a thumbs up? And in case you have not yet subscribed to my channel, why not hit the subscribe button and ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos as well. You guys know that is very much appreciated. And also please do check out my description box down below, because I always like try to link these products. Now these are going to be affiliate links, so it's very much appreciated if you would like to shop from my affiliate links, of course. And I'm just gonna list pretty much everything, although I might not have an affiliate link for every single product in today's video. And also while you're down there, please do let me know if you have a favorite contour cream product yourself. I would be really curious to know what you guys are using, or if you are sharing my opinions at all on the products that are coming up. I mean, feel free to even drop a comment if you just want to say hello, why not? So basically, I am not going to be ranking these products like per se. You know, I could actually make a top 10 in today's video, but I decided to not really do that. I decided to kind of rank them in a way where I'm gonna go from the warmest contouring shade all the way up to like the coolest one. And also don't take this too serious, because maybe something looks like warmer to you than it does to me. Even I was thinking about it afterwards, and I thought to myself, maybe I could have like swapped a couple of these shades around. But in general, we are gonna go from the warmest to like the coolest. But alright, you guys, let's actually kick it off with a product review. And I just wanna say, this product in particular, it's definitely the warmest one that I have in my entire collection, but it's also like a true shade mismatch, at least for my skin tone. So this is the Danessa Myrix Balm Contour, and this retails for $26. So this product actually comes with 10 grams, so 0.35 ounces. And oh gosh, you guys, this is really my least favorite formula of all of my products, to be honest with you. It just does not work for me. And this color is just so wrong. This is way too warm to work as a contour product. Like, this to me is almost like a bronzer, and even if I would use it as a bronzer, it would still be the wrong undertone. Now, this does exist in 9 shades. Now, if you have a deeper skin tone, I feel like the Danessa Myricks line is definitely going to deliver, but I feel like if you have a fair to light to medium complexion like I do, you know, her undertones are sometimes completely off. I feel like she does not really think about like the people who have more of like a pink undertone. A lot of the times everything leans very yellow. Also, another thing that is really strange about this product is the fact that although Danessa Myricks is a makeup artist herself, like, they don't make any indication about the undertone on her website, especially not about this product. Because if I would have read the undertone claim on this product, I would have for sure not picked up this shade. Like, I feel like, and I'm not sure, maybe you have tried out this product. Let me know how the shade Fair is, because the shade Fair online looks a little bit more like rosy cool, whereas the one that I've got the shade Light 1. It is completely yellow, mustardy, almost leaning olive in undertone. And it's just completely wrong for me. And I don't even think I do want to pick up that shade Fair, because this texture is just very, very dewy, very balmy, to a point where it's like almost so wet that it just won't dry down. This won't dry down, and it's just too dewy for me, you know. I prefer a little bit more of a natural or a matte finish. And this product, you know, honestly, I'm not going to pick up any other shade of this formula, because I do have a different product by Danessa Myricks that I'm going to show you at the end of today's video that I assume is discontinued, because I cannot find it for the life of me on her website anymore. So I do feel like she discontinued a really great product, and I feel like she replaced it with this, and to be honest with you, I'm not vibing with this at all. This is so wrong. I don't even have B-roll footage of this, because when I got this, I immediately was like looking at this and I was like, this looks like a bronzer. And I put this on once, but I don't think I filmed this. And I don't want to film with this ever again, because I have to wash it off afterwards. It's just not working for me one bit. And yeah, some people really love this formula, but I'm not one of these people. I was a little bit disappointed because the picture online looks nothing like the real product, you know. The picture online looks more like a beigey, sort of like cool tone shade. So I'm gonna put a picture right here, the one that is online, and you can tell me if that is the same shade. I don't think so. I felt like online it looked a lot different. So let's actually move on to the next product, and this is actually a product that I really do enjoy. So this is the Nude Sticks Tinted Blur Sculpt Stick, and this retails for $32. So unlike the Danessa Myricks one, this comes in a stick format, and this product comes with 6.2 grams, so 0.22 ounces. So this is a product that I truly do enjoy. This one comes unfortunately just in 3 different shades. I've got the lightest shade available. I've got this in the shade Light Neutral. So let's actually have a look at the swatch, and I'm going to tell you my opinion on this color. This has most definitely more of a light rosy beige undertone. It is still a little bit warmer than your traditional sort of gray cream contour stick, but it just looks so flattering on the skin. So if you have more of a fair to light complexion and more of like cool sort of rosy or like a beige undertone even, I feel like you would love this. This is also the product that I am wearing today, and I've got to say, I love this. I really do enjoy this. This looks very, very natural on my skin tone. Like, it does not give me like that super gray, intense contouring sort of shade though. Like, just be warned, if you are looking for something more cool toned, this might not be it, but it looks extremely natural. It's almost like more of a warm sort of rosy beige, as I said, but still it's gonna give you that sculpted look somehow. In the beginning, when I got this, I was really worried because I thought to myself, this will never like sculpt my face, but it kind of does. And also the texture in the beginning was just a little bit unexpected, to be honest, because it's actually described as a multitasking, lightweight, soft matte stick for natural and easy contouring. Now, easy and natural, I completely agree. Matte as well, and it definitely blurs too, but you would not expect that if you touch this product the very first time. It is so creamy. It's probably the creamiest product out of all of them in terms of texture. It almost feels like oily to the touch, which was very surprising considering how the result was on my skin. Now, I also do want to mention real quick, because I forgot to mention that in my intro, I also really don't do any underpainting techniques. I honestly just go with the cream product on top of my already powdered face. Like, I'm literally using it on top of powder, and the products do have to work on top of powder because that's just my personal technique. Again, everyone has their own technique. So I do need a cream that does perform on top of powder. This really does perform beautifully on top of my already powdered down face. This blends out like a dream. And it's also buildable. I mean, in all honesty, because it's not like that very cool toned sort of color, like that taupey, gray, almost purple undertone color, I could also use this as a bronzer, like a cool tone sort of rosy bronzer. I could definitely use that. And you will see as we go along that the contouring products are gonna get much cooler, and this one does appear to be a little bit more warm compared to all of my other sort of cream contouring products. I mean, I really enjoyed this product, and I kind of like used this a lot. And also just by the looks of it, it just looks a little bit different on my skin tone than it looks in the stick and swatched out. Like, that is a common phenomena of these products. I feel like when you look at them, they're just gonna show up very differently on your skin. I really like this for days where I don't really want to snatch my face too much, where I don't want to sculpt it like to the gods, where I just want a little bit of an illusion. And that's what this product is perfect for. So honestly, I love the formula, I love the finish. I really feel like this is blurring. It has more of a natural matte finish that I like, and I think it's a really, really good one. And it's also really good if you have like more fair skin. Like, if you are very fair, I think like this product could work beautifully on you. So let's also talk about a newer release, and this one is by Rare Beauty. And this is the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick, and this one retails for $26. So this is not really a new product, but Rare Beauty has actually expanded the shade range. And especially the shade that I do want to put the focus on today is the shade Bright Side. So Bright Side is described as a soft tan with cool undertones. And funny enough, the bronzer that I had, and I also had that in my best of 2022 video, so you can guess I love this formula, okay? But I actually had the shade Happy Soul, and Happy Soul is described as a light to medium with cool undertone shade. But I gotta be honest, like, I feel like Bright Side is cooler though than Happy Soul. I have not swatched Happy Soul against Bright Side. So this is Happy Soul, this is Bright Side. And I do feel like Happy Soul is definitely a little bit warmer than Bright Side. Bright Side looks definitely a little bit more muted, and this one looks almost more rosy, beige, and also a little bit deeper. Happy Soul has a lot more like red in it than this one. So let's actually just focus on Bright Side for today's video, because it's the newest addition to their shade range, and I feel like it's definitely a little bit more cooler in undertone. So I'm going to show you the swatch against the Nessa Myricks and Nude Sticks, and you will see that this one has more beige than rose. But it still has a slight like pink rosy undertone, but definitely more beige than the Nude Sticks. I feel like the Nude Sticks now looks really sort of rosy, and the Nessa Myricks product looks really yellow in comparison to both of them. This shade Bright Side would be very convenient for someone with a proper neutral undertone, because this is a very sort of neutral, sort of fair to light contouring product, The texture of this product is really where it's at. This has like the most beautiful, creamy, almost like whipped sort of texture. Like, seriously, this feels like a whipped kind of cream. I don't have any product that really compares to this. It does not feel like oily or greasy or balmy. Nothing like that. It really feels like a whipped sort of texture, and it blends out seamlessly on my skin, and it works very well on top of powder as well. And also the finish of this is really what I like. It looks like a blurred sort of matte finish, like really, really beautiful. And it's also quite pigmented. So a little bit of this goes a long way. If you have a deeper skin tone, she has now added like a deeper brown with cool undertones as well. So how many shades are there actually in total? So 8 shades in total in this bronzer formula, and 3 out of them have like more of a cooler undertone, but I do feel like Bright Side is a little bit cooler than Happy Soul. I mean, this will always depend on your skin tone. As I said, on me, Happy Soul really is more of a bronzer, and Bright Side is definitely more of like a beautiful sort of contouring shade. I really do love both of these shades for different reasons. But alright, let's actually move on to the next product. This is by Salt New York, the Sculpt and Bronze Cream Tint Pro, and this retails for $16. So here is my Salt New York palette. Now I do have this one shade that used to be called Contour that is now called Taupe. And taupe is actually a brown gray color. And that's really what it is, to be honest with you. As you can see, I do have some other shades here in this palette. I really do enjoy this formula. I do love the shades as well, but this one is the shade Taupe. So I still have the old formula where there was like dimethicone in it, right? But she kind of removed the dimethicone, so it's now silicone free. I do still have the one with silicones. I just want to mention that. This is the shade Taupe, and this is such a nice cream product. This is a lot dewier than the Rare Beauty one or the Nude Sticks one, but it's also not as balmy and as wet as the Danessa Myrix one, okay? But this shade, we're getting in the territory of like more gray added to the shades. This is a lot more cool toned than the previous creams that I've showed you guys. So in terms of color, this is a very neutral taupe. It does not lean rosy or beige, definitely a bit cooler than the previous shades. But for this one, I had to go over my swatch a couple of times to build it up a little bit. It does not seem to have that much white in it, so it's more of a transparent sort of formula, so it could work like on a multitude of like different skin tones. As I said, it's definitely more on the radiant side, but again, it's not over the top dewy to a point where I would not enjoy it. I have enjoyed this product quite a lot. I really like the fact that this is buildable. I like the fact that this is really giving you a good illusion of a natural shadow on your face. I've really enjoyed this product, and I've also enjoyed like all of the other creams that I've got in here. But yeah, I just put it back in here. Again, if you don't know Salt New York, just go and check them out because they're actually a really fantastic brand. I've been enjoying their cream products quite a lot. So let's actually move on to the next product. So the next product is by Westman Atelier. It's the Face Trace Contour Stick, and this one retails for $48. So if you're interested in Westman Atelier, I do have a full face review on this brand. And this is one of their products that I truly, truly love. And there are not like that many products by the brand that I really do enjoy as much as this one. So good. This one I really, really do enjoy. Now this one actually comes with 6 grams, so 0.21 ounces. And it also comes just in 3 shades. Again, not the greatest shade range in the world, you know, but what can you do? And I do have the shade Biscuit, which is their lightest shade, and it's described as a cool beige coffee. Now, one may argue that the Westman Atelier one might be a little bit warmer than the Salt New York one, but let's actually swatch this color against all of the other shades thus far. So in my opinion, this is a slightly cooler and deeper shade of the Nude Sticks one. It's very rosy beige. I mean, you can see that this definitely has a little bit more of a rosy undertone to it. Not like the rosiest one, we're about to get to that one, but definitely has more of like that beautiful sort of rosy beige, you know, undertone that I personally really love. It's not the coolest, and it's definitely not like the grayest or the taupiest out of all of them. And that's because it does have this like rosiness mixed in with the shade. This formula is just luxurious, and it's also very, very pigmented. I feel like this almost has like the most perfect sort of cream texture that there is. It's not over the top waxy, it's not like balmy, oily or greasy, none of that. It's kind of also lightweight yet very pigmented, and it blends out beautifully. You can build this one up. It's just so nice. Now, it might not have like the best wear time in the world, to be honest. But it, it holds up quite well though. I don't want to say that it's like gone within a couple of hours. Definitely not. But it's also not like the most like strongest sort of like performing product in the world. It's gonna give you somewhat of a natural finish. But all right, so let's actually move on to a brand new released product that I've never featured on my channel. And to be honest, I just tried this out a couple of days ago and I was really excited to give this one a go and also to compare it to all of my other contour creams. So this is by Victoria Beckham Beauty and this is the Contour Stylus and this retails for $36. So all of the sticks that I've showed you thus far have like this kind of more traditional sort of stick size. This one, it's like a slim, fancy pencil, okay? It's very beautiful, the packaging right here. It feels like luxurious too. Like most of Victoria Beckham's packaging is always just very outstandingly beautiful and just makes you feel like luxe. And this is no exception. It is so thin. Like this is kind of amazing because you can be so precise with this. So the only thing that I don't really appreciate that much is actually the fact that this retails for $36 and it only comes with 1.1 gram. Now that is 0.04 ounces. That's like nothing. There's like no product at all. Like I wish this would contain more product. I mean, even the Westman Atelier has 6 grams of product, okay? I mean, it's 48. I mean, this is actually cheaper if you look at the value that you're gonna get for the quantity. But let's actually have a look at the shade range. So this actually does come in 4 shades in total. I mean, 4 might be a little bit better than just 3, but nonetheless, not a lot of shade options here. The one that I've got is the lightest shade, and it's the shade Travertine. Travertine is for light to light skin tones. There are no claims made about like the undertone of this product in particular, so you're just left with a picture. So let's actually swatch this against all of the other ones, and you will see that this is actually not too gray. It almost has a very rosy beige, almost a little bit more on the pink reddish side undertone. It's definitely a cooler cousin of the Nude Sticks one. I think it's a really good undertone though, and it worked beautifully on my skin tone as well. In terms of shades, this is one of my favorite ones if it comes to a contouring shade because of that rosy, almost like red undertone in here. Like, I'm exaggerating if I say red. I mean like a very muted down red undertone. And the Westman Atelier in comparison to the Victoria Beckham, they almost look identical, right? But the Victoria Beckham one, still a little bit cooler than the Westman Atelier one. On my skin, this gives me such a natural sort of shadow effect. Like this is amazing. It's almost in terms of formula, exactly the same than the Westman Atelier. I feel like almost the cream texture and everything, both of them felt very similar. With the exception though that this one is so precise. This is perfect if you want to contour your nose. You can be so precise with this. I really do love the shape of this. I love that this is kind of innovative in terms of a stick contouring product. It's just beautiful on the skin, blends out like a dream, and this performs so well. I feel like this performs a little bit better than the Westman Atelier one, but freaking hell is this expensive, right? Like that is like some luxe sort of product, like 1.1 grams. I'm still kind of like shook at that, okay? But it's just one of my favorite ones. I've got to admit it. This is really one of these colors that look so natural on me. It's also not like a dewy finish or like a glowy finish. By no means this dries down matte, like more of a natural matte finish, most definitely. And it also feels like it looks almost like blurred. I really love it, but oh my gosh, like I don't know if I would repurchase this if I'm done with it. Like honestly, it's just a little bit pricey to be honest with you. Alright, so let's continue with the next product, and from now on we are gonna go into very much cool tone territory. And the next product is also quite a new release. Now I've already featured this on my channel, but it's also not necessarily your standard cream. It's more of like a liquid product. However, I feel like it almost has like a cream texture, so I thought I would just include it in today's video as well. So this is by e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is the Halo Glow Contour Beauty Wand, and this retails for $9. This is also quite an affordable brand, a quite affordable product compared to everything else I've got in today's video, because I feel like some of these contouring creams can be quite expensive, quite pricey, okay? But this is a really good affordable option. And this also comes in 5 different shades. I've got this in the shade Fair to Light, so that's actually their lightest shade that they're offering. This product has 10 milliliters, so 0.33 fluid ounces in here. So you're gonna get like a decent amount of product too. Now I will say straight away, this packaging situation is not ideal. As you can see, the product is quite like spilling everywhere, and it's just, I hate these ones, you know, that have like a cushion on top of them, because I just feel like they're not very hygienic. Like these puffy sort of cushions. I'm not a big fan. I wish this would just come in a squeeze nozzle. Like, I don't know why they had to put this on top of it. This is definitely more on the gray, cool toned undertone side than everything that we had swatched before. If you compare that, it's also a really opaque shade. This has a lot of pigment, you guys. I did not expect this to have so much pigment, so I would just suggest to go in with this kind of light-handed. You don't need a lot of product. Honestly, you really just need the tiniest amount of this product. It's gonna go a long way. I had no problem with blending this out. This actually looked really flattering on me. It definitely did create like a good illusion of like a gray sort of shadow. Now, I'm not saying that gray sort of contouring products are necessarily the most flattering ones on me, but it did a good job. I just have to be a little bit more careful with them. If I overapply a product like that, it can go really wrong, and I have to balance out the gray with some of my bronzer. It's kind of lightweight. It's not like runny or watery or anything. It's more like a creamy sort of liquid that will dry down. This definitely has more of like a matte dry down. Like this will dry down, and I'm really, really happy about the finish of this product. It definitely does work to create a shadow on your face, to sculpt your face, but just keep in mind it's leaning very gray, very cool toned. So let's move on to the next product, and this is also by the same brand, but this is like a cream that comes in a jar. And this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and this retails for $7. And I definitely do want to talk about that contouring shade that they have in their Putty Bronzer formula, the shade Feeling Shady, because that one is definitely a cool toned sort of gray, and the other ones in the shade range are definitely more like bronzing shades. But especially this one right here, it is more of like a cool toned gray, you know, to contour with. For $7, you are gonna get 10 grams of product. That's quite a lot. So 0.35 ounces. So both of them have the exact same amount of product. This is just a different sort of delivery system, a different formula. This one, I wish I would like this more than I actually do. But first off, let's actually focus on the color compared to all of the other sort of contouring creams. Now I feel like this one almost has the exact same shade as the Halo Glow Beauty Contour Wand, with the exception that this one might have a little, just a little bit, like almost undetectable to the bare eye, a little bit more beige, but it has a very gray leaning purple undertone. And the reason why I don't really vibe with this product necessarily, it's the texture. This feels so greasy. It feels so oily, it feels so waxy, and it kind of like does not look great on my skin, to be honest with you. So it's too emollient, and it's just too wet, you know? I just don't like that. It's very dewy in finish, and I wish I would love this a lot more than I actually do. You know, this texture is just wrong for me. I would rather go with this one because it's just so much easier for me to use, and I don't have this weird kind of like patchiness that I experience with this one. It's just too greasy, too balmy, too waxy for me, you know. If you thought it's not possible to go any more cool toned, just stay tuned, because the next product really took me by surprise. And by the way, this is also a newer product. This came out a couple of months ago, like maybe 2 months ago or something. This product was released. And in the beginning, I was really like reluctant to pick this one up. But I did, and actually I'm glad that I did, because it's a really nice product. And this is the Milk Makeup Sculpt Cream Contour Stick, and it retails for $24. I mean, this is not news by now, but I was shocked at how tiny this product really is. It's actually insane because I used to have their bronzing stick. Now, I ended up not really enjoying that stick too much because it just smelled like oranges, to be honest with you. I think there was some orange peel oil in that, and I just did not enjoy the scent of the product. And honestly, with this one, I can't really detect any sort of orange peel oil scent, so that's a good thing. But the bad news is that this is quite pricey for the amount of product that you're gonna get, because their old version had like 28 grams of product, and this one only has 5.7 grams. So 28 grams versus 5.7 grams, this has 0.19 ounces. It's mini. It's like a mini travel size. I was so shocked. I thought it would be a little bit bigger than this, but it's so tiny. So this actually comes in 4 different shades. I have the shade Toasted, which is the lightest shade out of their selection, okay? Now, I was a little bit shocked when I looked at the pictures online. You know, this looked so rosy beige in the picture. Looks so rosy beige even in here, but on the skin, oh my gosh, this is so cool toned. This comes across as a very, 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 very cool toned one. Honestly, this looks like a cooler cousin of the Victoria Beckham one. It has a lot of gray, yet rosy pink, leaning purple undertones. So in terms of texture, this is quite a beautiful texture. I was pleasantly surprised with this texture. It's not as dewy as their older formula. I feel like this has more of like a soft, natural, leaning matte finish on the skin, and it blends out like a dream. You can build this product up, but it does have a good fair amount of pigmentation. So maybe just go in light-handed, and then if you want to build it up, you can always do so. All in all, I wish they would give us a little bit of a longer stick than this mini size product, but it's a really nice formula. I've got to admit that. I really did enjoy this on top of my powders. This blended out beautifully. Like, I don't really have anything negative to say about this product apart from the size. That's just my 2 cents on that. So let's actually move on to the next product, and let's move on to the, I feel like this is the coolest cream contour product I have in my entire collection. This is so cool toned. It's almost like purple gray, and this is by Ritual de Fille, and it's the Inner Glow cream pigment, and this one retails for $32. Now, the Inner Glow pigment formula does exist in a lot of shades. Like, you have blushes in that shade range, you have another bronzer called Arrows in that shade range, but we are going to be talking about the shade Intuition. This color is very, very unique. Just look at that. That is straight up mauve. Like, this is like gray mauve. This is like the most cool tone product I have in my entire collection. This product almost looks like swipey on my face. Like, there's too much of a contrast in between this product and my natural like skin tone. They even got a picture online, and one of those models with like very fair skin, I mean, it even looks like a stripe on her face. I'm just saying, it really looks like stripey. Not everyone can pull this off. You really have to be a lot more tanned and a lot more cool toned to wear this. It's just too much for me, you know? It's just, I feel like this could be a very interesting sort of like lip color if you're into that. So on the website, this product is described as a soft gray cream makeup with a hint of taupe and mauve, perfect for casting subtle and realistic shadows. That's not very realistic, may I say. On a lot of skin tones, this is gonna look anything but realistic. And then this shade is stunning on any part of the face, but our favorite use is as a contour for lighter complexions. No, this would be good for a medium complexion maybe, but not for a lighter complexion. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is just solely my experience, but this is a lot of gray, okay? And it's also very, very pigmented. So I would advise you to go just very sparingly with this product. And I'm not really the biggest fan of this texture, nor am I a fan of this finish. In my experience, this is very waxy. Like, it's almost stiff, like you have to warm this one up. And it's more dewy than it is matte, okay? So, not my favorite texture, may I say, not my favorite finish. This can easily look patchy on me. Also due to this just, you can see it even like shine probably right here. it's just not for me. It's just not for me. I'm gonna try and use this as a lipstick when I'm doing like a cool toned look, because I feel like this could look really interesting as a lip product. This is just not for me in terms of contouring. It's way too cool toned. It's way too mauve. But this brand is really making some like innovative, more like editorial sort of shades. So maybe this could be for somebody who's a photographer, who's into editorial makeup. For like a natural sort of like no makeup look, I would definitely not recommend this product unless it would suit your skin tone, okay? I mean, this is very individual. Finding a shade out of all of these contouring creams can be very like dreadful, and I hope I can give you a good idea of what the actual product really is. And this is too much for me. It's just too much for me, and I'm gonna try and use this as a lip product. But alright, those are the 10 products that are still available as of right now as I'm making this video. But I also just want to mention this product that I found in my collection. And I cannot find this anywhere on the official website anymore, so I'm not sure if this has been discontinued. But this is also by Danessa Myricks Glisten and Glow Essentials Palette. This is so old by now. I feel like this is quite amazing though. These are like some very pigmented shades, and honestly, I really do prefer this sort of formula, this texture. I prefer this so much more than this balmy contour shade. I honestly think this is great if you have a deeper skin tone or if you are a working makeup artist. You can mix and match these shades the way you want. These are so long lasting, they are beautiful on the skin, and I'm gonna show you the coolest shade in here, which is this shade right here. So if I, just do a swatch with this one, it's gonna look very, very deep. What I used to do is I actually used the lightest shade in here, which is a little bit more of a pink base shade, and then I mix both of these together. And honestly, I kind of get the same vibe as the Milk sort of makeup contouring shade. Now, that's also a very cool tone, so if you do want to add a little bit of more like rosiness to it, the shade in the middle, just swatched out, is a lot more like rosy contoury. And if you add the lightest shade to that one, you're gonna get something like Victoria Beckham kind of undertone as well. The 3 shades at the bottom, I did not use them that much because I feel like they are definitely for deeper skin tones. So do you need an entire palette like that? Not really, but if you want to customize your shade, this was a really good one. And if you are a working makeup artist, I felt like this was amazing. This was such a good... I can't find this anywhere on the website anymore. In all honesty, I'm not sure what happened to this product, but I just wanted to have showed you this because you can definitely sort of like mix and match and create your perfect contour shade with this palette. And I just really did appreciate that, So that's kind of a shame that this is no longer apparently. Maybe you're gonna get this somewhere else on the internet. If I find this at a different retailer, I will make sure to link that in my description box down below. But that was it. Those were all of the cream contour products that I have in my collection. So let me know, do you have a favorite contour product yourself? Do you own any of the products that I do have? How was your experience with the products? Do you share the same opinion than I do? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys and interesting. I mean, it was interesting for me to make, to compare all of these different undertones to each other and find out like which one kind of looked similar, which one looked completely different. I really enjoyed making this video. So if you do want to see any other category in this kind of style of video format, do drop me a comment down below. And also give this video a thumbs up in order for me to know that you enjoyed it. And if you came this far and you have not subscribed to my channel, why not hit the subscribe button, ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos as well. And I shall be seeing you on here very, very soon with the next one. So please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.